Cassie?
Well, hello and welcome to Live Art Winning with InsideOut Studios. I am Cassie Sullivan and this is Mina Joy.
Hello, we're so glad to have everybody with us again this week. We hope you are ready to make some of your own artwork this week. Cassie is going to tell us a little bit about the artist. Today we're going to be exploring the work of the artist
Alma Thomas.
Alma Thomas. And specifically we're going to be doing a colored paper collage based on her
painting.
On her color field paintings. So they're really bright and colorful and we can't wait to show you all about that. First, we're going to switch off and have Josephine come on down and tell us something special about our sponsor. Hold on just a second, Christina. All right. Come on, close up. Excellent. All right. Josephine, you want to tell us about our sponsor? We have a special message
for
our sponsor. Awesome. And our sponsor is Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. And we have a special message coming from them.
Hi, my name is Debbie. I'm here at Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. I am Sherry Armstead's daughter, and we want to thank you for your continued support of our small local business here in Fairfield. InsideOut Studio has always been a mission that Sherry and Symmetry has supported in their mission to help young artists and giving them opportunities. If you're new to Symmetry and our store, please come in and visit us at 1000 Sims Road. Mention that you saw the InsideOut Studio video and receive 10% off your next purchase. Take care. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. And next we have Christina with me, and Christina is going to tell us about the supplies you'll need to gather to get started for our project.
For this project, you will need a variety of colored paper, a ruler or straight edge glue, and a sheet of white paper.
Excellent. Thank you, Christina.
Welcome.
So like Christina said, we'll need a variety of colored paper. Here's some colors we'll be using today. That can just be in a sheet. We'll need a ruler or a straight edge to help us tear our paper. And we're also going to need glue and a base piece of white paper. So before we get started with that, I'm going to tell you about the artist that we're talking about today. Her name is Alma Thomas, as Cassie told us earlier. Alma Thomas you can see in the picture, that's her, and her artwork behind her. You can see her artwork is huge compared to her. Very large scale paintings. Alma Thomas was born in 1891 and she died in 1978. She was an expressionist painter and art educator, and we'll continue to look through some of her paintings as we go along here. She lived and worked primarily in Washington, D.C., and the Wall Street Journal describes her as a previously underappreciated artist who was more recently recognized for her exuberant works, noteworthy for their pattern, rhythm, and color. And as you can see here, lots of bright colors and patterns happening here. This painting, we're going to switch to this one. This painting is called Air View of a Spring Nursery from 1966. And as you can tell, there are lots of bright colors, definitely some rhythm happening with those lines she's got going in there. And she's taking inspiration from rows of flowers as seen from above. And it's really important to note that a lot of her inspiration had to do with nature. So another piece by Alma Thomas is this piece called Resurrection from 1966. And in this piece, again, we're seeing these beautiful bright colors and a radiating pattern, definitely some movement. I don't know about you, but it definitely gives me some good vibes, kind of a happy piece. And today, as you'll see in a little bit, our artist, Josephine, is working on a glass piece inspired by this painting. Next we have, this is a piece called A Glimpse of Mars. So you can see those reds in there. She's even using the blues as kind of a shadow. And if you notice, you can see those colors, but what's really giving a lot of vibrancy is that white peeking through the back. So that's going to be important when we do our collage, that we want to leave a little bit of white peeking through. So our next piece by her, as you can see, there's kind of a theme going on here with these very similar, she used paintbrushes to make this. Today we're going to use paper to represent her style, but she definitely painted these. And again, this one is called Iris, Tulips, Jonquils, and Crocuses. So lots of spring flowers that she's representing here in this painting from 1969. Next we have a piece called New Galaxy, and she's using colors in she's not just choosing random colors, she's picking colors that, like in this one, remind us of outer space or this new galaxy with these dark blues and light blues to really give a sense of that natural space. So here's the next one. This one is Red Violet Nursery Viewed from Above from 1970. And we want to say hi to Kathleen, and Connie Sullivan says hi to Cassie. You want to shout out to your mom? Awesome. So again, we're getting these feelings of bright colors. Here's another one called Springtime in Washington. So again, she's going with these themes. So she wasn't recognized as a professional artist until after her retirement from teaching in 1960. So she was an older woman when she became a more well-known and professional artist. She learned at American University is where she went to school for art, and she learned about the color field art movement. So that's what artists started. Instead of painting pictures that look like, an animal or a portrait of a person, they're using color, strictly just color, to convey their artistic message. And from Alma Thomas, we're really getting this beautiful natural inspiration using colors. So it's important to note that Alma worked mostly out of her kitchen. One final piece here that we'll show you today by her. This one is called Autumn Leaves Fluttering in the Breeze. And you can really get that sense, the color. There's even some strong vertical lines that kind of remind us of trees. There's color peeping through that orange. So this is kind of as our artwork started to develop. So she mostly worked in her kitchen creating artwork. She was inspired by famous artists like Matisse. And her paintings have even been compared to Byzantine mosaics, which mosaics are a thing that we do here. Especially we'll go back to one of these. Definitely get the mosaic. It almost looks like tiles put down on a piece of paper. So with that inspiration, we are going to go ahead and get started on our own collage. So the first thing you'll need, like I said, is to gather all your supplies. And we want to say hi to, guess who said hi, Dwayne? It's your mom. Jean Sparks says hello. You want to say hi?
Hi, Mom.
Let me turn it around here. There's Dwayne. All right. So, if you got your supplies ready, first we're going to go over, I'm going to give you a little tutorial for how to get your paper pieces ready to glue down. So as you can see here, we have our white piece of paper that we're going to use to glue down our pieces. And right next to it here, we have, this is our example piece that Nadia made last week. So I'll show you how to tear your paper. So our first thing here, turn my camera. Okay. So first we want to put your colored paper on a flat surface. And then we also want your ruler or straight edge. We're going to line it up with a little, I would say about an inch of space to the end of your paper. The most important thing is to hold down your ruler. You want to push down, grab your paper from the tippy top, and just start pulling. And when you pull, you want to pull in the direction of your other hand. So that's going to give us a nice strip. I like the sound of that paper tearing. So I'm going to do a couple sheets here at one time. So you want to get all your colored paper torn down into strips. And I haven't moved my ruler at all because I have my paper stacked. So it's all underneath each other. So I have these really nice strips that we're going to tear down into squares. So from your strips, I like to separate them individually. So I have some cards over here with each color in it. So then from here, I'm just going to tear it so that I get some nice little squares and divide those into different cups. So the first piece of it is going to take a few minutes just to get all your pieces ready. And I'm going to tear it up. I know some of our artists got started and we're going to need some more of this orange. I'm going to tear some of these pieces up. And then while you're tearing your paper, you have a decision to make. You want to decide, were you more drawn to Alma Thomas's paintings that had circles in it or lines? So you want to decide circle or line design. So that's how we're going to tear our paper. I'm going to move back up and kind of give you a demo of how we're going to get started here on this piece. Let me grab my glue stick. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to be using a glue stick today. You can also use glue and a brush. So we'll get that ready. And so first, so if you want to do a circle, this is how you're going to start. Where am I? You want to find an object. You want to find an object that we can trace a circle to get yourself started. So there's a lot of things around here. You could use a cup. You could use a roll of tape, anything, a Coke can, something like that is a circle. So we'll start with that. I just have this little cup here. And I'm going to grab my pencil, sit my circle in the center of my page, and trace around this. So we're going to start with a circle in the center of your page. And that's going to get you started for the rest of the circles going outward, kind of like in this. So then we're going to take some glue. You want to glue up your circle, either if you're using a glue stick or a glue bottle. And then you want to choose a color. So I'm going to start with some red. And then artists, if you can go ahead and continue working on, we started working on ours before we started the video. So our inside out artists are going to continue working on theirs, and then we're going to head around the room. So I'm just going to follow that line that I made on this paper. The circle, so I'm just following the line for my circle. So this could be a nice little meditative process. Let go of the stress of all the snowstorms and that kind of thing stresses you out. This might be a nice relaxing process. So then I have my first ring on there. I'm going to take some glue and we're going to do our next ring. So glue it up here. And then we'll pick a new color. And don't worry if you're still tearing your paper, that might take a minute. You can always come back, rewind if you need to. So then we're going to take our next color and then continue going around in a circle. Nice and easy. Might be nice to turn on some music. And if you are following along, we would love to, if you could take a picture and share in the comments of what you've made. We'll definitely share what the artists here are making. Oh, let's see. So this is kind of the design if you're going to do a circle. And then you'll just continue going around and around, adding another bigger circle and a bigger circle until eventually, like on this one, we'll get to the edge of the paper. So a nice calming project to work on here. Okay, so then if you're wanting to, I'm going to use the same piece of paper to demonstrate if you're going to do a line. So if you want to do the Alma Thomas inspiration, we'll pull it up real quick. Something like this, we're going to do, those are going to be straight lines. So we're going to do the same thing. We'll take the glue. We're going to start on the edge of your paper, pick one edge, and go all the way down with some glue. And then pick one color, and then we'll just continue down. And it is important, Alma Thomas, one thing is there's always a little bit of white in between those colors that are showing up, kind of popping through. So we want to keep a little bit of white. Also, we want to keep the same color from top to bottom in each row. And then that'll kind of create, I'm going to move on to another one here just to give you an idea. So then we would make another line. Woo! And then we would continue with more pieces. So then eventually, we continue, we'll get a nice piece that looks something like this. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. We can definitely answer some questions in real time if you have any. Next, we're going to take a little walk around the room and check and see what the artists are working on. All right. So we have some exciting things here. Let me get my setup ready to move here. So we'd love to know, like I said, if anybody at home is following along. We'd love to see that, hear what you're working on. Unplug myself. Take me a second to get mobile here. Okay. We're going to start rolling. First, we'll check in with our friend Dwayne Sparks. Dwayne, how's it going over here?
Good.
Good. You want to tell us anything about it? What's your favorite color you got in there? Green. Awesome. That looks really good. So you're putting you're doing the same thing like the paper, right? Putting glue down and then putting your glass down on top of that.
Yeah.
That's looking good. I'm seeing those stripes in there. Definitely some nice springtime colors. Anybody you want to say hi to? No? Yeah? Go ahead. Who you want to say hi to? Do you need to clear your throat there? There you go.
My friend.
You say hi to your friends?
My brother. Hi.
All right. That's looking great, Dwayne. We'll come back in a little bit and see what you're working on there. All right, we're gonna keep moving around the room here. We have Miss Christina. And Christina's working on a paper collage. Oops. Like I said, it's a lot like glass. Like the same process as we do to make glass, isn't it, Christina? Mm-hmm. Put a dot of glue and then put a piece of paper down on top. Mm-hmm. I'm liking your stripes there.
Thank you.
Got some orange and blue. I'm coming over to you next, Allison. Christina, you want to say hi to anybody or
No.
any special things? All right. She's just in general, say hi to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a really great job.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we'll say hi to Miss Cassie. So Cassie is working on a circle design, right, Cassie?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Looking good. Got those radiating circles going outward. Does it remind you of anything, Cassie?
It reminds me of beautiful colors.
Beautiful colors? Absolutely. I love it.
Like springtime.
Springtime? For sure. We could all use some of that, right? Mm-hmm. All this snow, that's for sure. Looking good. Yes, I love it. Keep radiating out. Good job, Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to come over here and say hello to Allison. Let's see it, Allison. Look at that. That's looking good. You're doing a really nice job with those lines.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can really sense a lot of movement. I forgot to ask you, Cassie, if you want to say hi to someone. Allison, is there anybody you want to say hi to? No? You want to say hello to everyone watching? Hello. That's looking really good. I like that you're using a bunch of different colors. Those lines definitely have some good movement to them. Looking good. Rebecca, are you ready for us to come say hi? Yeah. Oh, yes. It looks like Rebecca definitely adding her own creative flair. We love that. Let's see if I can get around here. Awesome. Tell us about it, Rebecca.
I used all the different colors on the paper thing. And so this bring a circle like here, and here.
Awesome. I like.
Yeah, but for the green paper, but here is like a chain design.
Look like a what? A chain design?
Yeah. Chain.
Cool. Okay. I like it. Adding your own creative flair to it. We love it. It's looking good.
Yeah. It kind of reminds, if you're doing this in a circle, it kind of reminds me of a rug.
Yeah, it reminds you of a rug when it's in a circle. I agree. A nice, colorful. It looks like. I mean, it's a rug I would put in my house.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Maybe my parents, for letting me come here and make artistic plans.
Oh, I love it. Hello to your parents. All right.
And to my sisters as well, and my niece and nephew.
Awesome.
And then I say hi.
Excellent. Good work, Rebecca. That's looking really good. Do you need any more colors?
Actually, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Good work. All right. Ta-da.
Enjoy.
Now we're going to spin all around here. See our sink. We're going to see what Josephine's up to. See if we can get close enough. That's looking good, Joe. Here, maybe, yeah, you want to take down that paper and I'll come around this way and get a good shot. So she's working on, like I said earlier, the piece by Alma Thomas called Resurrection. Definitely looking good. Nice bright colors on your glass. I love it. Yeah. Good. You can put a few on there for us, Joe, so we can see how you're doing it. She's got some glue down. I'm sitting each piece on. That's going to turn out really nice. Definitely Definitely reminds me of this one, for sure. It's going to make a very pretty glass piece. All right. We're going to circle back around. Dwayne, you got some more pieces on there? We can take another look from this side. Watch it work for a minute. Looking good. Awesome. Going with another green row. I like it. We're always having fun in the studio. I said we're always having fun in here. And Devin R says hi.
Hi, Devin.
Rose says hi. Let's take a close-up shot of what Christina's working on here. Looking good. You definitely have a pattern there. Speaking of, we were talking about Alma Thomas's work had color and pattern in it. I'm definitely seeing some color and pattern there, Christina. That's looking really nice. And like we said, when those white spaces are in there, and we'll show you another example, it really is creating a lot of texture in those paintings. So, very nice. We'll take another look at Cassie. Cutting it close on you. Looking good, Cassie. And Cassie's got a painting here she's been working on. Cassie, was there anybody you wanted to say hi to?
I want to say hi to my buddy.
Your best buddy? All right. What's her name?
Maria.
Maria. Cassie says hi to Maria.
Maria.
Awesome. Looking good. Cassie, I feel like that fits really well into your style too. Cassie's always making things with really, as you can see from her painting, really bright colors. She loves that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Looking good. Now we just want to say thank you again to our sponsor, Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. Make sure you head on down and check out their store. It's a great place to shop, a great local Hamilton business to support, and that's really important right now. And we just really appreciate their support. All right, we'll take a few more minutes here and we'll keep working a little bit more on this piece. Trying to decide how to do the stripes of the circle. The circle like that. So this is a fun project if there are kids in the house. On a snow day, it's a good thing to work on. Start thinking about springtime and flowers. Because someday we'll have some warmer weather. Like I said, it's just a really nice meditative process. If you've ever made a mosaic, it's very similar to that. It would just be grout added, and soon you'll see our mosaics. We do a lot of mosaics in the springtime that you can find in our store. Those will be coming out soon. Getting ready for the warmer weather. So keep an eye out for those. We also do commissions. So we've had some commissions that we've completed of pet portraits on mosaics, team sports or logos, that kind of thing. So if there's ever something you think of that you'd like to see on glass or garden stone, always make sure you stop in on the store. And don't forget, we also have a save the date for our fundraiser called Shift. If you were at our first one, you know it's going to be a lot of fun. So keep your calendars marked for May 15th for that. And then we have Dwayne to come on down and give us one more special message. Come on down, Dwayne. There you go. What do you want to say, Dwayne?
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Good job, everybody.